Okay, in this video I'm going to be looking at just solving some different circuits, sort of thinking about them using Kirchhoff's laws, not in a sort of necessarily formal or fixed way, but just sort of working through them as little puzzles. So here we're going to find this indicated resistance. So remember Kirchhoff's voltage law says that for any spot or any closed loop in a circuit, the amount of voltage you go up has to be equal to the amount of voltage you go down. So if I start right here and I go all the way around the outside, then I can see I'm going up 10 volts from the battery. I'm going down whatever the voltage is across that 10 ohm resistor. And then I'm going to go down the 3 volts associated with this resistor right here. I'll call them resistor 3. So from that I can see that voltage 1 has to be 7 volts. So that's that. Okay, step number 2. As soon as I have two things about any spot in the circuit, I can use them together to get the third thing, right? Because I know V equals I, R applies at any location. So if I call this 1, then at location 1 I have 7 volts. I don't know what my current is, and I have a resistance of 10 ohms. So my current, divide both sides by 10 ohms to isolate for current. So my current must be 0.7 amperes. Similarly, at location 3, I have two things. So here I have a 3 volt battery. I don't know my current, and I have an 8 ohm resistor. So if I isolate for my current, I get a current of 0.375 amperes. Now, I can start working on resistor 2. I'm going to start with the current law. I have 0.7 amperes going into the junction, this junction right here, and I have 0.375 going in this direction towards resistor 3. So how much it must be going through resistor 2? So I1, that's what's coming in, is equal to I2 plus I3. Those are the two paths it divides on. So I started with 0.7 amperes. And I don't know what my I2 was, but I lost 0.375 of it. So I2 works out to be 0.325 amperes. Now looking at my voltage law, I can imagine going around the inner loop of this circuit. And I would say I went up 10 volts from the battery, down 7 volts in resistor 1. So when I go through resistor 2, I have 3 volts of voltage left. Now that I have two things at the location of resistor 2, I can find the third using Ohm's law. Again, isolating for my resistance. I get a resistance of 9.2 ohms. So there we go. That's how you can use Kirchhoff's laws to think about a circuit and take given information and find out something. And again, I would say these circuit puzzles are a little bit beyond the normal grade 9 level. I would usually reserve them for grade 11, but I'm including them here just as a little bit of a challenge if you want to see something more interesting.